Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your weekends. Darlings, we're going to get into a reading to see who's in your energy and all the things you need to know. This is not about being nosy. This is about what you need to know. So stick around. Like the video and subscribe, you guys, to continue to catch the vibe. No bad vibes over here, which means we give and receive as equally as we possibly can. Don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, though. You don't want the stress. Trust me. If you want to book a reading or check out my services, the link is in the description box below to my website. Also, if you feel this reading was helpful, please consider donating or contributing to the channel. PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, all available below in the description box. Everything you need to know at all times, if you're ever on this platform, will be in the description box. And if it's not there, then you may not need to know. Anyway, we're going to get into it. I hope these messages help you. Pisces, there could be someone who wants to apologize. But are they genuine? Okay? It says arrogant, rash actions, insincere. Somebody may have taken some rash action towards you, reacting instead of responding, not using their words, being childish, okay? And they may feel like they need to apologize, or they may be being forced to apologize. They don't mean this. They don't mean this apology. They're not sincere. And they're being very arrogant when it comes to the way that they may apologize. Because they don't really think that they should. I don't think that they're actually apologizing because they feel bad. It feels more like somebody could be apologizing, well, because they got caught. Okay? So it's very important at this time that you protect your energy. It's very important at this time that you do what you need to do to basically have the outcome that's best for you in situations. There's power in the word no. There's power in putting your foot down and drawing the line in the sand to create boundaries in situations if you need to. But there's also power in understanding love and compassion and empathy and having patience with people. So I just want you guys to have the best possible setup for success as possible. All right. So let's see for Pisces. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God. What is the message? Who's in Pisces energy? We have hopeful. Why are they in your energy? We have healing. We have the next question, which is, what's their ultimate goal? Drowning. Okay, they don't want to drown. They want to try to prevent themselves from drowning. Okay. How they feel about you? Legal. Interesting. Are you a lawyer? The situation between you, distance. How you feel about them, envy. Ooh. What's hidden? Harmony. Possible outcome today, and the advice. Running. What? What? I concur. I'm just playing. You remember that Dave Chappelle skit where he was Lil Jon? But then every time something would happen where he would say, yeah, or what, like that. He would say it like that, but then every other thing that he would talk about would be in like very proper language, which I found hilarious. He'd be talking properly every other time. But every time he needed to say, okay, yeah, or what, he would say it like that. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Comedy has died. Anyway, let's get into it, you guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Michael. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. We just had that reading on Friday that talked about you being fiercely protected by your spirit team. Let's get into it. Who's in your energy? A hopeful person. Somebody hopes that you will be successful in helping them survive and not drown. They're in over their head. This person's Ooh, hold on, bitch. Somebody may be struggling to speak, child. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Frog in your throat? Somebody may be struggling to speak. But this person is hopeful that you can help them, help keep them from drowning. They're in over their head. They're overextended. And they've hit rock bottom. Okay? Now, this could be somebody who hopes that they'll be able to stop you from healing. But I don't want to go there. Let's just... Anyway, drowning, over your head, overextended, rock bottom. I feel like their ultimate goal, because they're in your energy, why they're in your energy, because of healing. Either this person wants to stop you from healing or they want to heal themselves. It's as simple as that. But we have a hopeful person, inspired, optimistic, and success. So whoever this is, whether they mean you good or mean you harm, they're inspired to achieve their ultimate goal. Now, why they're in your energy is self-care, introspection, and meditation. So either you're doing this or they're desiring to do this, or they are inspired by the fact that you do this and want to do this as well. Their ultimate goal is drowning. Apparently that's very important. Okay. How they feel about you is legal, lawyers, court, paperwork. So this could be someone who knows you're trying to fix something or heal something or move on from something, and they may want to keep you caught up in legal issues. If this is someone who wants your help or feels like you can help them, they see you as a mediator or they see you as an advocate. Someone who can stand up for them, someone who can defend them, someone who can be the middleman between them and their situation to attempt to create some type of balance and fairness where they feel like things have not been fair. The situation between the two of you is distance. So divorce, ghosted, separation, which leads me to believe that a lot of you could be in a situation where your ex, husband, wife, baby mama, baby daddy, whoever's taking you through legal situations or feeling like you deserve some type of legal ramifications, is the one who this reading is focusing on. But for some of you, the situation between you and this person, if they are someone who wants your help, is like that both of you guys have dealt with the same things. That's what I'm getting from that card. If this is a good person, the way you feel about them is envy. So I'm not sure if this is actually someone positive for all of you. If it is someone positive in your energy, or there's a mix, right? Some positive, some challenging. Some of you may envy this person. Not really. Let's see. It says resentful, competitive, discontent, which is not necessarily envy, but let's just go with it. This is a person, if they are an enemy or you consider them an enemy or they've made themselves to be an enemy because of their actions towards you, you're upset that they can continue to get away with nonsense and not receive the ramifications. You're a little irritated by that, and you're kind of like, hey, God, it's me, Margaret. You know what I'm saying? Are you listening? Can you hear? Do you see what's going on? Or did you take a nap up there? What's going on? Okay? That's kind of how it feels. If this is somebody who kind of like throws wrenches in your plans. Some of you, if this is someone who needs your help, I don't think you envy them. But I feel if you are the person who can help them, you're trying to make sure that they appreciate your help, because there's something about this person wanting your help and you not being sure if they appreciate it, or you not being sure if they understand the sacrifice you're making to help them. And I think a lot of you, if that is the truth of the matter, it's not that you really envy them. It's just like maybe you envy the fact that they can be so naive. Maybe you envy the fact that they don't have to deal with so many spiritual battles. Maybe you envy the fact that they are, my son is here. Maybe you envy the fact that there's someone who doesn't have to deal with these types of things, and that their life is not complicated like yours, or they don't have to deal with the aftermath of this situation. And it's not really envy. It's kind of like longing. what I'm getting from that. If this is someone who you know didn't do you any wrong and they just want your help, you could just be longing for a simpler life that you may see them as having because you are the one who they're coming to. It's like if somebody comes to you and you're an exterminator and you get rid of bugs, sometimes you may wish to not be the exterminator. You get what I'm saying? Like, because that's the hard job. Some of you may have a hard job. And even though I feel like you may enjoy your job or you may see the benefit of your job, you know, because we all need exterminators. We all need plumbers. We all need doctors. You know, there's definitely people who need lawyers. But it's like a thankless job. It's not always a job where you get your flowers or where you are appreciated or where people really understand what it takes to get your job done. And that can often breed some level of resentment or longing for something easier within you, even though you know that you're the only one who can do this job. And you don't hate the person. You don't have animosity towards them. I think it's more of the process that you may have some type of animosity towards, that you may grapple with in your everyday life when focusing on completing the tasks that require you to be completing them. Okay. Hope that made sense either way. Now, what's hidden, interestingly enough, is harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. So I feel like you're trying to find peace in the opposing dynamics of this situation, or you're trying to find peace with someone else so that there can be mediation or so that there can be resolution, settlement in a situation. The possible outcome is today. So good vibes now and in the moment. So we'll have to clarify that. And the advice is running, which I'm not sure if this is telling you to just walk away. But I feel like it's more so because it says escape, denial, and excuses. I just feel like Spirit is telling you that you can't do that. You can't run away. You can't escape. You can't be in denial. You can't make excuses with yourself or others about the situation. You kind of just have to eat it and shut the fuck up. But that's a mean way of saying it. Really what they're saying is you got to just take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, love what you got, and remember what you had. Okay? Project Pat. In the words of Project Pat. That's what I said. Okay? I said what I said. Okay. Y'all be sure to like the video on this here premiere. Like the video, like the video, like the video. All right, so let's see more about this person in your energy. Could be people. I feel like you inspire someone to take action. That's not always great, though. You know? What's hopeful? Why is hopeful here for the person in Pisces energy? Why is the hopeful card here? Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Ooh, the deck flipped over, bitch. Don't know what happened there. I saw the Six of Wands, Four of Wands. This is somebody who's been dealing with something for a long time and it's kind of stuck. And I feel like this person is hopeful that you have the solution that can help them finally reach the finish line and accomplish whatever goal they have. Because they've tried everything else and nothing else seems to be working. Yeah. I don't know what this necessarily is pertaining to, but whoever this is feels like you have the recipe for success, or yeah, it's the recipe for success. Justice and the Five of Wands. That you can help them settle something or receive some type of justice, resolution, solution in a situation that's been causing them a lot of conflict, chaos for a long time in their relationship, in their home, in their community. Yeah. Why they're in your energy, healing. What's this healing? Hold on. This could also be someone who wants to win a fight. Libra, Taurus with the Justice card. And I feel like they're not going to give up, even if it's been years. They are really like determined to win a fight. Whether they're here in a good way or in a negative way. What's healing? So why this person is in your energy is healing. Page of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, King of Cups. They're attached to or holding on to the possibility that, I don't know, the King of Cups, that you'll be clever enough to figure this out. You have something that this person lacks. Nine of Swords. Someone could also be afraid that you're getting good news. Ten of Cups, Page of Cups. I feel because of the King of Cups and this drowning card, there is someone here who thought you were going to drown or that you weren't going to succeed. And the fact that you're healing or that you haven't drowned yet is very concerning. What is the magic? Where's the secret? What's the secret? What's the magic? This could definitely be somebody apologizing to you. And it's not sincere because they're still holding on to a grudge. I kind of feel like you have somebody here who can't help but to admit that you were right, but they don't want to admit that you're right, and they're still going to secretly kind of be fighting you because they're shocked that you have still survived or you haven't drowned in a situation. They're like, how are you still breathing underwater? 'Cause I'm a fish, bitch. I'm a fish. I'm a fish. I'm a fish. I have gills, dummy. So I'm still breathing underwater. So either this is someone who wants to know your secret, know the magic, know the answers, because they see you are keeping it together in situations that they're struggling to keep it together in, and they're inspired by that, and they want to know, like, please teach me, sensei, master, teacher. Please help me learn. I'm willing to learn. Like the Doctor Strange man, when his hands were all busted up, he was like, I'll do anything. And they closed the door on his face. And he just sat out there like a bump on a log because he didn't have nowhere else to go and he didn't know what to do. My hands. My hands. I need help. Or there's someone here who sees that whatever they did to you, you didn't drown. You didn't capsize. Your boat or your ship did not sink. And it's still floating. Even though they poked a bunch of holes in the bottom. And you're managing to still stay afloat. And part of them is curious and they want to know how you're doing that. Part of them is also afraid that you will get something and then they won't be able to be included with you. And part of them is trying to figure out a way to get back in so they can finish the job. All three of which for that person who wishes you harm. What's drowning? Their ultimate goal. Death reversed. Stop something from happening. Page of Cups. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Page of Cups. Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who's just curious or inquiring, inquisitive, wondering why something has not changed. They want to talk to you about why something has not changed, or ask you about something not changing, or inquire about why something has not changed. Nine of Cups. Chariot. The desire. It's a desire. Their ultimate goal is to fulfill their desire, which is it's like somebody wants to move forward with you without changing their opinion of you, or I don't know. It's maybe they don't want you to change your opinion of them. Maybe they don't want your relationship to change. There could also be someone here who meets you and then their opinion of you changes. This could also be someone who didn't really like you that much. But once they talk to you and communicate with you, they thought they would never change their mind, but their opinion is changing of you. Slowly but surely, even though they're fighting it. Whatever that death card is reversed, and however it correlates to the situation in regards to their ultimate goal, it's something that is going to inevitably change. That someone is either fighting the change or refusing to change. I don't know. Cryptic reading. You got to take it how it resonates for your situation. What's legal for how they feel about Pisces? Legal. Magician. They want to know. They want to know the spell. What spell do I use? What magic? What wizardry have you performed on me to make me apologize to you when I hate you so? I'm just playing. Somebody feels like you're manipulating some type of legal situations or doing something behind the scenes. Or this is a person who's trying to do that to you. Child, Queen of Cups, King of Wands. Somebody thinks you did something behind their back or behind someone's back. They feel like you're manipulating the situation. Five of Wands. They feel like you're causing conflict and being manipulative. Okay. The Devil and the Page of Cups. That really you're the devil. Really the devil is puppeteering your arms and legs, and behind the scenes you probably have maggots and everything else under your skin because you're the devil. Sounds like a rock song from the early 2000s. You're a devil. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't I? Like, bitch, go back to High School Musical and shut the fuck up. I don't... Somebody is really attached to the conflict, and they just really want to see you negatively, it feels like. This is definitely somebody who's fighting behind the scenes against you legally, or trying to do something to take you down legally in court, or with lawyers, or with some type of paperwork, documents, digital or physical copies, to try to take you down behind the scenes, because they're committed to this conflict. But it's like, because they're delusional in a way, I feel like, because they're very naive to negative attachments and toxicity and real devil energy, real, like, that creeping voice that says, hey, look at you. Look at you with your fine ass. You should just go over there and slap the shit out that bitch. She doesn't deserve to stand there without her face being slapped. She doesn't deserve you to have self-restraint. Just take your 5 fingers to her face and do what Rick James said. Slap. That's what's going on. They don't understand they're hearing the whispers of lies in their ears. Child. But it's so easy to profile or target someone else to be that way, if you don't want to admit that you can hear those voices yourself, and you don't want to admit that it's possible that those voices are what's guiding you, and if you don't want to question for a moment how you could be as well susceptible to this energy, then you're a lost cause. Then it's not, you can't say anything about the next motherfucker. If I couldn't admit to myself that I have dark thoughts, and if I couldn't admit to myself that I'm not always a perfect person, and if I couldn't admit to myself that sometimes I don't trust spirit and I don't know if any of this shit is real, if I can't admit to myself that sometimes I've made bad decisions, if I can't admit to myself that there are times when I don't know the answers and I may choose the wrong thing, but I'm still gonna go with it and figure it out, if I can't admit my flaws to myself, then I'm just as loony as the Looney Tunes on cartoons. I'm just as crazy as the people in the crazy house with the straitjackets on, in the padded cells. So this feels like someone who is projecting, and they feel that they have to fight whatever it is that you're doing legally, I guess, or anyway. This could also be someone who has realized the error of their ways because something backfired legally on them when they were trying to come after you, because they were focusing on conflict and negativity. This feels like somebody who is trying to say that you did whatever they did and make it seem like it's your fault. But they're trying to attach you to what they did so that they don't have to take the accountability in full, at least. What's this distance card for the situation? 8 of Cups. So you separated yourself from this situation. You walked away because you're trying to find this harmony. You're like, where is it, bitch? I can't see. Where's harmony? Where's peace? 9 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Yep. You're like, listen, I'm not attached to you. Don't attach me in this situation. Because I feel like right now you're trying to detach and distance yourself from someone and avoid something because you are exhausted of caring. You don't give a fuck. I feel like that's a good decision. Justice. You feel like your justice is coming from separation, walking away, not really caring about the outcome, not really caring about whether or not something works out. The Lovers and the Four of Wands. You made the choice that's best for you. What is this coming back up? This feels like it's coming back up. Like we talked about this. Divorce and leave. Somebody is still holding on to something. They don't want to let it go. And this can be like frustrating to you, and you could be very irritated because you could be tired of dealing with people who don't want to let shit go. Like, some of you guys don't let shit go, bro. And then you're in the reading like, I'm so tired of hearing about this, but you don't let it go. And it's like, bitch, we all tired. Okay? And it's like, I have to say that because not everybody is on the up and up. Newsflash, hate to break it to you. Hate to burst your bubble. But you got to be real with yourself in these situations. And for some of you, this is somebody who you have been trying to get rid of for a long time. And I'm not talking about psychically, energetically. Let's shut the fuck up about all that for a minute. You can be mad if you want to argue with me in the comments. I don't care. What I'm saying is, pragmatically, logically, no one who's not in your presence has any control over your life. When they are not in your presence, you are the only one mentally and emotionally who is giving that person any type of control. Regardless. I don't care what it is. Because all summer long, I sat here in this rundown apartment and dealt with all types of things. I told you guys before, I literally have created an environment where the roaches are ultimately gone. I might see one every few weeks or so, which is much better than all day, every day, bitch. And I sat in this apartment. A water bug came in the window and crawled on me. And me and the cats worked as a team to take his butt on out of here. I've had spiders. I don't like bugs. And God put me in a place. And I told you before, when I was a kid, I had roaches. Bad. I grew up with that shit. Luckily, they were in the kitchen and the bathroom and not in my room. But I grew up with that. And that apartment that me and my mom had was an upgrade from what I had before with her. A 1-bedroom. And even there were roaches. So when I think about the decision that I made to not communicate with my ex-husband unless absolutely necessary, since my children were there for majority of the summer. And when I decided that I wasn't going to communicate with him anymore after they came back and that they weren't going to go over there, because I cannot continue this cyclic back and forth with that nigga, I blocked him out. And the only reason why I talk about it is because I want you guys to understand the way that this shit works. I don't wish any harm on him or his family, because I've grown from that. But I was in a place where I wanted all of them fuckers to die. Not by my hand, but just by the fates. Cast down the lightning of Zeus. You get what I'm saying? You got to take a joke, laugh, okay? I have a very dark sense of humor. If you are extremely sensitive, this is not the place for you, okay? But what I'm saying is there are cycles that you go through. And there is a time where you have to accept that you are the one that's not letting shit go. Now, that was for those of you guys who aren't letting shit go. For those of you who understand where I'm coming from and you've taken the steps to separate yourself from a person legally, You may have even left things on the table or paid extra money or done more than what you should have done just to make sure that the ties were separated. That worked out in your favor and you got to walk away. But this person refuses to let it go, whoever this is. And I think some of you guys are going to start turning down clients. You're going to start turning down business. You're going to start rejecting people in different situations. You're going to choose what's right for you when it comes to your peace and your sanctity. And you're going to set a boundary with certain people if they are that type of person who does not want to let it go. Because I sat here with everything that I could be depressed about. I sat here with everything that I could be resentful about. I sat here with everything that I could be angry about. And guess what? I was still happy. You know why? Because I had my life and I had my kids and I decided to be happy. And now what I have to rationalize and grow and ascend from is being upset with people who don't see that and understand that and who haven't gotten there yet. And I'm struggling with that. And this is full transparency for you guys. Because never put me on a pedestal, bitch. You will get disappointed every day, all the time. Because you really don't know me. You don't know who I am. And you don't know anything about what I don't want you to know. But full transparency. I am pretty transparent. And the way that I show up on this platform is more like the way that I show up with my kids and with people who are younger than me that I feel a need or have been asked to mentor than when I show up in like a completely unprofessional, laid back dynamic. When I'm having fun and partying with my friends, I might be a different bitch. So there's a situation here where all of us, because I'm included, have to let go of the irritation that we feel in situations where people don't see our perspective or agree with our perspective or carry out our perspective eye to eye. Okay? Listen, I might be a jokester. I might laugh at inappropriate times. I might find things funny that are crass and dark. But I'm not stupid. No matter what language you hear me use on this platform, I am highly educated and intelligent. And I understand a lot of the dynamics of life that a lot of people don't understand. But I also still know that there's a lot that I don't know and will never know. And I'm okay with that. Your feelings towards them, envy, Page of Wands. So you may feel like this person is sending some type of message to you that they're jealous of you or envious of you. Maybe you feel physical signs of them envying you, like the hair on the back of your neck rising up. You feeling goosebumps when they're around, chicken skin, goose pimples. You guys feeling, heat on the back of your neck. Your ears is burning, somebody talking about you. Your ears ringing, somebody talking about you. You could definitely feel like that. Queen of Cups confirms that this person won't let it go. You know that someone is unhappy. Ten of Pentacles. Lovers and the Four of Pentacles. They're choosing to hold on to a situation. But I feel like there's something that you see in their life that, I don't know. It feels like there's something that you see happening in their life that makes you upset because you know that they're holding on to something and they won't let something go. But you're also seeing them receive something that you feel like they don't deserve because you feel like they're not letting something go. Child, it's a conundrum. I don't have the answers, babe. Because y'all swear y'all be up in my comments. Well, you said this and you said that. And I just feel like you doing this. And whoever this is, you feel like they've made a choice for a long time to hold on to something and not let something go. And they feel like you've been doing things behind the scenes for a long time to manipulate the situation and cause problems so that they don't get what they want. So that's why they won't let it go, because they don't feel like they're getting justice, or they don't feel like it's fair. What's harmony for what's hidden? Why is harmony here? Knight of Wands. Five of Cups. World. So this person is actually trying to let it go. I get it. I know. This person is... I feel like they're trying to figure out how to put an end to the situation. Three of Wands. That's why it's not being resolved. They want to put an end to the situation, but I feel like they're not doing anything. It's like they're waiting to take action, or they're expecting for you to do something to resolve the situation. And I don't think you're doing anything, because I don't even think you quite understand or know or are aware that they're waiting on you to be the one to apologize or resolve the situation. And even if you do apologize, I don't think this person is going to believe that you're serious or not. Or if you're a cross-watch, I don't know, I feel cross-watching energy with all this bouncing the fuck around. You could be waiting for someone to apologize. You could be waiting for them to do right by you, but they don't care. And it's like, even if they do apologize, they're not going to be sincere. They're not going to mean it. There's not going to be any changed behavior to support their newfound accountability. I don't know. I just feel like somebody has expectations of you, or you have expectations of them, or both of you have expectations of each other that are unrealistic. Possible outcome. Why is today the possible outcome? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Strength. Six of Pentacles, Strength, Nine of Cups. What is the Nine of Cups? Oh! Ace of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Pentacles again, and the Four of Pentacles. What in the fuck? Like the video, y'all. Please. I'm begging. Bet you love that. I be joking, y'all. Lord. All these cards are upright. I don't know. There's something about waves. Something about waves. The flow of a situation. It's like you have what you need, then you lose something big, and you're kind of like in a precarious situation, but then you get what you need, and then you're good again, and you have the courage to keep moving. It's like there's waves. There's something that there's ups and downs. The flow of a situation is chaotic and unpredictable, and you just kind of have to be prepared to handle whatever comes at you, whatever's thrown at you, and it's difficult. Why is the advice running? You might... Oop. I was about to say, you might be okay with something today and you're not okay with it tomorrow. You might be good today, but you're not good tomorrow. But I really feel like Spirit is trying to get you to the point where you're satisfied in whatever outcome. What's the running? Why is that the advice? 7 of Swords. You're going to get caught. Someone is leaving evidence behind, trying to escape or get out of a situation. Judgment, 3 of Pentacles. This could also be Spirit maybe telling you if you need to get out of a situation to make some type of excuse. Deny. I don't know. Maybe be like Beyonce and Jay-Z, or be like The Crown. We don't address anything and we deny everything. We deny everything. But I also feel like there's no way to really run, because I feel like you're going to get called out. And you're going to get noticed or recognized for whatever you did to try to get out of a situation. I don't think you can run from this. I feel like you have to deal with this. Lovers again. This is all about choices. The Lovers has come up several times. And we saw the 2 of Wands, I believe, with the 8 of Cups right here. You feel like a decision is going to give you more control in a situation, but I don't think you see the backlash of running or escaping or getting away from something. Okay, so there's someone in your energy who won't let something go. There's someone in your energy who needs your help with something, or they're trying to find a solution to something, and they really I don't know what the heck this is. It feels kind of weird. It honestly feels like someone needs your energy in order to succeed in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure why. Okay, they need your energy to succeed, but if you're just gonna, be like, oh, all these narcissists, I don't think that's it. I don't think whatever this reading is, it's not that simple. I feel like someone wants to resolve a situation, and it's just not that simple, and you can't run from it. They can't run from it. Whatever you have to endure, you are protected from harm. There could be divine intervention taking place. Some of you guys could find a way out where you can escape, but that you don't have to do anything that's below board. I don't know. But it definitely feels like someone here will not let something go. And no matter how far you try to get away from this person, you cannot run from them or they will not stop chasing you. It's ridiculous. This is when the runner-chaser relationship goes wrong. When keeping it real goes wrong. This person is chasing you. Uh-oh, what just flipped out when I said that? Self-care. Being in a safe place, eating and sleeping well, allowing yourself to heal. Some of y'all may need to eat more apples. Disclaimer below. Seeking God. Self-care. Gift. So the more you take care of yourself, the better you take care of yourself, the less you're affected by whatever this shit is. Okay? Some of you are praying for a safe place, food to eat, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, so that you can have a place to heal. And I feel like Spirit is going to give you that gift, but you can't run from the things that you need to address. You can't just escape. Okay. All right. All right. You can't just escape to some place and just act like whatever's happening isn't happening. Because at some point you're going to have to deal with it. And if this is someone else who's trying to run from what they did to you, or they're trying to escape accountability, they're going to have to deal with it. Like, what people don't understand about this time, which I don't see how people don't understand, but, you know, I'm not God, I digress. But what people don't understand about this time is that everything that they do, you do. Everything that you do, they do. And all of us are the same. Nobody gets it. Romantic gesture. Warning, your ex could be unstable. End things carefully. Protect yourself. Power. Having power struggles. Be assertive now. Treat yourself like royalty. Cutting ties. There's no going back. Better off alone. Make a clean break. Okay? Filing for divorce. Party. Relieved to be single. Live it up while you can. Go meet new people. Inner growth. Testing your strength. Overcome adversity. Making spiritual progress. Turbulence. Losing patience, thorny, difficult to handle, too much discord, needs loving care. So basically, you're dealing with a bitch, okay? You're dealing with someone who is bitch made. That's just what it is. You're dealing with a punk ass bitch. You remember at the end of that Outkast song, roses really smell like boo ooh ooh. Boo boo ooh. Yeah, roses really smell like boo ooh ooh. And you remember at the end of it, he was like, crazy bitch, stupid ass bitch, crazy bitch, you a dumb ass bitch, crazy bitch, goofy ass bitch, crazy bitch, old head ass bitch. Oh shit. Oh shit. You remember at the end, that's who you dealing with. That's what this is. Oh Lord. I just feel like whoever this is going to try to make you feel bad that you don't want to deal with them. And they're always going to, whatever they're doing, they're all, this person, oh, not sexual intercourse at the bottom. Beacon, seeing a ray of hope, way out of the situation, able to stand your ground. See, because every time it's like romantic gesture, but there's a warning because there's a power struggle. Whoever this is having a power struggle with you about cutting ties with them. And you're trying to heal and have self-care and create balance in your life and have peace and create distance between you and this person and grow and enjoy your life without them. And they just want to continue to cause turbulence and chaos because they're thorny and difficult to deal with, and they don't know love. They don't know love. They don't know what love is. They think control and possessiveness and abuse is love. And I don't know what this person is, but no matter how far you run, they will find you because there is a spiritual connection to you and them. You can run, but you can't hide, Pisces, okay? But the silver lining in a situation, the beacon of hope, the ray of hope is Archangel Michael, is your spirit team, is God, is source, is spirit, is universe. The Most High, whoever you pray to, your ancestors, all the archangels. That is your saving grace. That is your amazing grace. Who saves you when you need help. Because you married the devil, or you slept with the devil, or you made a deal with the devil. You did. And all of the things that chase you down, this person is waiting for you to have balance and peace in your life so that they can pop up and cause disruption. That's what that is. They want you to have this harmony and joy and peace, and the reason why you're in the reason why you're on their mind or they're in your energy is because of that. It's because they're wanting to have power and lord over your life, and they don't want you. Their ultimate goal is to cause you to drown. They don't want you to stay afloat. They don't want you to be that King of Cups on top of the water. And they lurk around in the water to see if you've drowned yet. And when it looks like you're Rose on the door, or it looks like you're one of the people in the water after the Titanic drowned, and it looks like everybody else around you is dead, there's going to be somebody who comes in and saves you, and you're not going to be dead. And then this person is going to be like, what? Pisces didn't die? And then here they come again to start the cycle over. They came to do their job, which is to stop you from doing yours. And until you realize that, we're all the same. They're the same as you. They got a job to do just like you. Don't hate them for it. Don't chastise them for it. I'm telling you things that are hard to hear, but that will ultimately help you have peace. Understand that they are simply a worker doing a job just like you. And at the end of the day, the amount of time and energy that you waste worrying about whether or not they're doing their job right is going to take away from the strength that you have to do yours. And that's a personal choice. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Death card and the Three of Swords. Romantic gesture, warning, power struggle, cut ties. They're working to keep you stuck, and you're working to stay free. That's what it is. What's the point? Bitch, I don't know. Fool reverse. Ten of Pentacles reverse. I can't tell you. But this is not like for you to be discouraged. This is for you to be like, okay, well, if they gonna do their job, I'm gonna do mine. They can do whatever they doing over there. I'm gonna do whatever I'm doing over here. That's why Spirit says sometimes it's okay to get your 7 chuckles in when you see this person fall flat and hit their face. But don't get mad if you fall flat on your face and they chuckle at you. All's fair. It's the game. It's the game. They know it's foolish to release you because you're reliable. They can trust for you to be there for them to deplete. You're a reliable energy source. 4 of Swords, King of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody who is, they are incompetent. And when they've run you dry, when they've run you through, and there's nothing else coming out, they got to wait until you replenish your energy, and then they come back and fuck with you some more. There's a magical, mysterious, secret, hidden relationship that you have with this person. I think you drowned together with this person. And you made a pact. You signed a deal with the devil. Maybe you were Rose. What is dead may never die. Ironborn. Anyway, I'm still trying to catch up on Game of Thrones, y'all. So we can use those cards. It seems to be a process. 3 of Swords. King of Wands. This is the pain and the heartbreak. The emotional drowning. They're suffocating, metaphorically, and trying to grasp for air. And you're the only air bubble that they see. You are the fish with the gills under the water. And they need to suckle at your gills in order to survive. Such a travesty. Such a travesty. Ooh, 8 of Wands reversed. Chariot reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. They don't support you in your goals. But you know what? I found that the less you care about the outcome, the less they affect you. Seems like a pretty grim reading. Somebody's in your energy that's very much so in a negative place. The Death card upright. Interesting. 5 of Cups reverse. I want to take that one, but no. Lovers reversed. I hear beeping. Ace of Pentacles reversed. 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles reversed. That one came out reversed on its own. This deck is mixed up. I'm not sure how you're staying attached to this energy. I'm not sure what's going on in this situation besides what I've already told you. But what I do feel is that your spirit team is wanting you to pay attention most to what you've learned and what you've become enlightened to and how you've grown in the process of this inner growth that you've had. How have you become wiser? How have you become more grounded, leveled, more approachable, more loving? How have you improved in your life when it comes to this nightmarish debacle of a situation? The ghoulish nature of this situation. What has improved in your life? Can you even say that? Can you even point anything out? Or is it all doom and gloom? I don't know. Because it seems for some of you guys, it's all doom and gloom. When are you going to be comfortable and happy and content with what you have? What is it going to take for you to feel as if you gotten justice in this situation? How will you settle this with your soul when it's time for you to die? Will you be okay at there not being any resolution? Those are all questions you have to ask yourself. And I can't tell you the answer, and you might not like me for making you have to think, but that's how you're going to improve. And I think as long as you have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach, you're healthy, you have things to look forward to in life if you're smart, and you try to look at the bigger picture of how this has improved your overall probability to ascend, then I feel like you're doing pretty good. Somebody came into your life, and just because you laid down with them and opened your legs or stuck it in, you got a demon on you for life. But there is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this situation. There is. And it may not be necessarily what you want. May not be how you thought it was going to go. But you've accomplished the goals that you came here to accomplish, and there's still more that you can do. And I think when you see this for what it is and see the beauty of this and the opportunity to cultivate this into more for your soul, for your spirit, for your aura, for your essence, for your entire being, you will see how monumental this person's presence is in your life. And I mean that. It's like, yeah, may I really get irritated with the fact that, I have to be the one responsible for my children and their dads don't pay child support, even though I've taken all the legal action to try to procure them to give whatever they're owed and take their responsibility, and they still don't have to really take it because it's a patriarchal society and there's not really a whole lot of enforcement when it comes to these situations. There's not any fund from the government that pays me if they don't. There's not any justice in that for my children. Fuck me getting money for whatever folks think I might want money for. My children shouldn't have to wear the same 3 pairs of pants rotationally each day of the week because somebody wants to be petty. There's no justice in that. Every child should be able to have food and clothes and a roof over their head, but they don't. And it's not fair. But it's like, at the end of the day, can I change anything by moping around about it and being irritated and upset? Will anything get better by me harping about how negative it is and how bad it is and how fucked up it is and how people don't deserve to get treated like that? No. It changes by me every day choosing to be the person that I feel like the world needs me to be and the person that I feel like I should be. It changes by me choosing every day to show up as the person who I'm proud to show up as and speak on the things that I feel obligated to speak on because I'm proud to speak on them. And speak about the things that I feel passionate about, not just even obligated, but passionate. When I choose to step foot into any establishment, I treat the patrons that are there with me and the workers that are keeping it afloat with respect. But I also show up for myself when I'm not being treated fairly. But I honor myself by choosing my battles, and all of these things coalesce together as lessons that I've learned from some of the most horrendous shit that has ever happened in my life, because I chose to wake up and be happy. Y'all like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Get in the comments, let me know if it resonated. Use the PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, you guys. Please donate. Book your reading. And remember, Pisces, this is our circle, booze. Bye.